Okay, Aries, we have full moon in Scorpio with an eclipse. Yay! So let's see what we got going on. We have the Seven of Cups, Five of Cups, and then the Star. All right. I feel like if you maybe have been waiting for options to come through, or you were going to regret something, like if you didn't give it enough time, the Star's here to say, like, don't sweat it. If you're going through any shoulda, coulda, wouldas at the moment, how are we going to address that? Just the Sun. I feel like if you have been sitting on something because you felt like it wasn't quite time or it wasn't quite it, you'll get the clarity that you need to kind of lock into something here. And then with the Star, what is this here? Oh, just the Ten of Cups. Hi. So yeah, if you have a lot on your plate, I feel like you'll get the high sign that, like, here's where we need to go with that Sun energy. So then just enjoy that Star and then that Ten of Cups, baby. Okay, Taurus, full moon in Scorpio with eclipse. So what are we thinking about here? We got the Ten of Cups. We have got the moon. You want to go all the way back here. And then you want to have the Queen of Wands. So I feel like you feel like you're doing well. There's a level that you've attained. There's something that is still, like, not clicking all the way. And the way that you're going to push through that is by taking action on something. Or actually, I honestly think with the Queen of Wands, there's a need to be like, I'm awesome. Like, feel yourself a little bit. Like, there's no harm in that. You know, like, I'm good at this. I look good. I feel good. Yeah, there's a blind spot going on here, especially with this moon. It's like you need one little piece to go here. So with this Queen of Wands, how are we handling it? Oh, just the Emperor. There's a need to take charge. Like, if you're not feeling yourself, if you're not articulating yourself, it's time to start finding your voice and let it on out. All right, Gemini, full moon in Scorpio with eclipse. So what are we looking for? We have the Five of Pentacles. Then we have the Ten of Wands. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So you do have to kind of put something in the rearview mirror. You need to put something a little distance on things. You could be trying to be a jack of all trades, do too many things, but something's got to hit the cutting room floor. And with this Nine of Wands, this guy is like, you know what? I gave it my best. I need to kind of breathe. Worry about me. It's not that you don't care about other people. You just need a little breathing room. Now, what about this exactly? The Five of Swords. There's just, like, if there's been any kind of, it doesn't even have to be conflict, but it's just like rat racy vibes where it's like you feel like you got to keep up, you're not interested at this point. It's like you don't need it. You know what I mean? It's like you just don't need it. And then the Six of Wands, and that's where your victory lies when you don't buy into the hype. Hey, Cancer, full moon in Scorpio with eclipse. What are we thinking about here? Two of Pentacles. We are a juggling, and something might have to go by the wayside. You might have to be like, well, that was great. I tried, but it ain't it anymore. Four of Wands. You're trading out for stability. It's almost like you need a new make and model of something, and you're going to find it. And with the Four of Wands, it's like, once that fifth thing falls away, you're back to having a good four corners. It's not that you're not capable. It's just that it's like, I don't got room for this. The Sun. I feel like you're going to have the clarity and the opportunity to do this stuff. So if you have had a lot of irons in the fire, like the one that's worth it. Okay. And the Magician. Yeah, you're going to be able to manifest something out of this when things kind of finally clear the way. If you've been doing a lot, expect something to finally just give where you're like, ugh, thank you. I can enjoy it for a hot second. All right, Leo, full moon in Scorpio with eclipse. So what do we got going on here? The Nine of Pentacles. It's like you're doing good. You're doing fine all by yourself. Then we have the Hierophant. Then with Justice. It's almost like you can do battle by yourself and you don't really want to start bringing other people in unless it follows what you want it to be. Here's a right and wrong way to do stuff. The Hierophant's the person who's doing that. There could be a shift in jobs that brings you more money because this is all, like, this is cha-ching. That's like, institutional stuff. And then you have the Justice, which is like scales balancing, like, here you go. So I think you have a lot of solid stuff to offer, but you're also not just letting anyone show up to the party here. Ten of Wands. Only thing I'd say is, like, do you have to do it all by yourself? Like, are you able to let other people kind of get in and share some of the load with you? I don't think you want to. All right, Virgo, full moon in Scorpio with eclipse. What are we doing here? Seven of Pentacles. Then we have Judgment. And then we have the Empress. It feels like if this is someone waiting for something to grow, and this is the Empress and then growing it. But the part in between is the Judgment factor, where if you have been waiting, I feel like there's been a sense of patience, and you've been trying to nurture, and you've been trying to, and then it's like, you know what? We need to figure it out, like right now. Now with this Judgment, what are we doing here? There you are. Yeah, so Virgo, I think you're going to have to be the one that gets stuff moving, gets stuff rolling. Like I said, you've been patient, you've been chill, but it's left you at like feeling like obligated to either help people, or, you feel like you can't move here. But the Empress is so nice because she's ready to get stuff done. Do it the right way and being happy about it. Okay, Libra, full moon in Scorpio with eclipse. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles. So we're going back and forth on something. The Sun. And then what about this Sun? Oh, just the star. Hi. Libra, I'm loving it. So if you felt like you've been kind of weighing your options or figuring something out, or just like really kind of juggling and going back and forth, but maintaining a balance, the Sun kind of gives you the opportunity to say, oh, maybe you could do stuff differently. Maybe there's an opportunity in this that like you were juggling, you were trying to make stuff, balance out. And now here's the window. Yes, with the Moon. Okay. There is, I think, the intuitive element to this that's going to pay off. Cause Libras, they just know how to listen to even what's not being said. You know what I mean? It's like between the lines business. And then the Magician, you're finding an opportunity between the lines. Okay, Scorpio, full moon in Scorpio with an eclipse. Starting it off with the Star and Judgment. And then we have the Eight of Cups, okay? So Star could be getting what you want. I also could have the idea that it's more about healing up something. And the Judgment is the decision that, no, we need to do this. So with this Eight of Cups, you're not flipping tables. You're not making a scene, but you're just going to just see yourself out. If there's something that isn't working for you, you're not making a fuss. You're just going to put some distance on it and then take it from there. So what happens when you do that? Oh, the Sun. It's almost like once you clear out whatever this was, whether it's relationships, stuff you were doing, it doesn't have to be any big monumental thing, but that's when the opportunities show up. Okay, you have to do a little bit of, okay, you were juggling, you were going back and forth on some stuff, but I feel like once Judgment gets that decision made, it's like, here, I'm being a little vulnerable. Universe, meet me halfway. Okay, Sagittarius, full moon in Scorpio with eclipse. What are we doing here? Judgment time about how we're going to go about with this world thing. I think it's like you're being asked to make decisions and you don't have all the info. And it's almost like you see the trains leaving and you got to be on it, but it's like with this Two of Swords, it's like, I don't know where I bought the ticket for even. So what about this Two of Swords here? There's a blind spot. Nine of Cups. I almost feel like you have to take a little bit of a leap. Like just because you don't have all the information doesn't mean it's not going to turn out well. Or actually like you couldn't have planned it if you tried. So you kind of have to just, okay, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. I feel like whatever you get, like stop trying to plan, figure things out. Like there's just a little bit you got to leave up to, I hate to say luck, but Nine of Pentacles, it'll be worth it. Okay, Capricorn, we have the full moon in Scorpio with an eclipse. What are we doing here? Seven of Cups. We're picking out where we're going to go. I feel like, hold on, I'll watch my mouth here. I feel like whatever news comes in, it's not exactly the way that you thought it was going to be. And actually, I think you thinking about the stuff is the stuff that's going to be the problem area, because there's a lot of options, there's a lot of conflicting stuff maybe coming through, and then in your brain, Capricorn's got to think it through all the way to the end here. No. Queen of Pentacles, though, I feel like you can rise above that. So if you are getting like crossed wires, conflicting messages, there is a lot of Mercury retrograde going on. There's listening to your gut. There's also not talking, because the High Priestess is until she knows what she's going to say and do. So I think you just need to sit back and watch what people are doing, because they're wilding out at the moment. And then what happens? The Boss. All right, Aquarius, full moon in Scorpio with an eclipse. Magician, let's manifest something, please. But it's almost like to manifest, you have to kind of walk away from something, or you're kind of having to hold stuff in escrow because you're waiting for the results of your actions to catch up. Kind of like you've put all the work in and now it's like, sit back, let's watch. You've put distance on stuff that wasn't working for you. You cleaned out the closet, etc. And now with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, okay, let's wait for stuff to grow. We're not just rushing in. But it's like, I wouldn't wait long, because with that Magician energy is quick, that Eight of Wands is quick as well. There could be some travel going on too. Four of Swords. It's almost like just take a nap until it's showtime. Because then, truth, clarity, movement, and on your way. Okay, Pisces, full moon in Scorpio with lunar eclipse. All right, so we have the Two of Cups. That's going good. And then we have the Five of Wands and the Sun. So I feel like, I don't think the Five of Wands has to be that like confusion, fighting energy. There can also be a lot of excitement there. Like if it's unchanneled, then like, what are you going to do? You know, at the beginning of a relationship or beginning of friendship, you're like, oh my gosh, I think the same thing. Oh my God, did we just become best friends? Like there's that kind of thing, but we need to kind of tailor it. And I think with the Sun, you can actually see how opportunities are lining up, that you can channel that kind of enthusiasm for things. And how is that going to come out here? The Four of Wands. Yeah, you're taking it from like a woo to like a, oh, that's nice. And then, you know, enjoy the enthusiasm, but, you know, tailor it a little bit with the Seven of Wands. Not everything needs to be a woohoo, but you get to some whoa.